In this video, I'm ranking your top 10 biggest anxieties in LEGO, from the annoying to the scary to the terrifying. Starting at number 10, we have to worry about life's meaning, death, or the unknown is an interesting common concept that doesn't get talked about a lot because, while I believe there is plenty of evidence as to where we end up in the hereafter, there's a lot of varying opinions, from there is no afterlife to there is an afterlife to even we are in the afterlife. I do think about this at least once a week myself, and here's a related question. Why is it some people feel fine about looking up into the infinity of space, but not the finiteness of the ocean? Please let me know in the comments.
Okay, your sky is fine. Let me just check on the water. Interesting.
I'm leaving a link in the description about what I think about the afterlife. See it here. Up next, we have when it comes to the fear of failure in work, school, or creative pursuits, I think of this all the time. No breaks. Period. I mean, even when I was a little boy and I'd play with my siblings, I remember we'd draw things and I'd draw some 2D thingy, go over to my mom, say, "Hi mom, look what I made." And depending on what she'd say at that point would either make me or break me. I like it. It looks good.
Yes, I won. I tasted the sweet part of victory and will be a master artist in my adult form.
It's gross and I hate it.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Later on, we do this thing called the Bible Bee, which is like spelling bee, but with the Bible. And at the end of the summer, we'd have a nationals test to see if I made it to nationals. I never made it. Not once. Also, I took music lessons I didn't want to take, didn't practice, and then just had lots of this specific kind of anxiety. So, how many times did you practice?
None?
Oh, okay. S tier. After great anxiousness of performance, we get great anxiousness of... When it comes to the fear of being separated from loved ones, which loved ones are we talking about?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Seriously, I've really never been alone, as in by myself, until recently. I went to a trade school talk thing where I was by myself, and it was good. Who here doesn't like core classes? Me. I have a fear when my family is around me where they're always rating my behavior and then talking about it when I'm not around.
I gotta say, this last social thing, he was super dumb.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was thinking that same thing.
So the fact that none of them are around was comforting in a way. That's not to say I don't like it when they're around, but I don't like it when they're around.
No, it's not true. That's impossible!
Search your feelings, you know it to be true.
Detail. After great separation, we get... I don't know a lot about this. Let me look it up. I think there's some misconceptions. Okay, PTSD is a mental health condition that can develop after experiencing or witnessing a traumatic event. It can cause symptoms such as flashbacks, nightmares, severe anxiety, and intrusive thoughts about the event. I don't think I've experienced this a lot, if any. I know more veterans have this sometimes because of all the really scary stuff they've experienced.
I have PTSD from the spider I saw earlier.
Oh, really? I have PTSD from seeing my friend get his head cut off right after he told a joke.
Oh.
But instead of sulking in the deep, horrid misery of massacring, I invested my time into the pen to cope with my dreary, dark feelings of pain, making a little door into the Twilight Zone. So if this were to happen to me, it would probably be really bad. So, A tier. After we get some PTSD, we get... This is a mental health condition characterized by persistent intrusive thoughts, obsessions, and repetitive behaviors, compulsions, that individuals feel compelled to perform. These compulsions often arise as a way to reduce anxiety with the obsessions, but they can interfere with daily life. Common themes of OCD include fear of contamination, excessive doubt, a need for symmetry, and intrusive thoughts. People with OCD may engage in behaviors such as excessive hand-washing, checking locks repeatedly, or counting rituals. While OCD can be distressing, effective treatments such as cognitive behavioral therapy and medication can help manage symptoms. I wash my hands a lot. and check the doors, but I don't think I have OCD because I'm pretty sure it would have to go a little deeper than where I am. Like, yeah, I'll wash my hands to keep myself safe, but if I can't wash my hands in the present time for some reason, I'm going to be fine. So while I don't have this, I do sometimes want symmetry and stuff, so see it here. After a great need for symmetry, we get... Why are so many of these disorders? Okay, panic disorders and anxiety disorders characterized by recurrent, unexpected panic attacks. Sudden episodes of intense fear that trigger severe physical reactions even when there is no real danger. Symptoms of a panic attack can include rapid heart rate, sweating, trembling, shortness of breath, dizziness, and a sense of impending doom. People with panic disorder often develop a fear of having future attacks, which can lead to avoidance behaviors and impact daily life. While panic attacks themselves are not life-threatening, they can be debilitating and significantly affect a person's well-being. Treatment options include therapy, such as cognitive behavior therapy, and medications, such as antidepressants or anti-anxiety drugs. I think I've had panic attacks before, but they aren't unexpected, so while I don't have this, based on my experience, if I did have this, it would probably be S tier. After great panic attacks, we get great... Finally, something I don't have to look up. It's an intense fear of specific things like heights, spiders, or flying. The things I'm afraid of, I have a reason to be afraid of them, because they could kill me. And I think it's mild, so C tier. After some fears of specific things, we get some anxiety about... I fear for my personal health every day, because the thing about food is some of it isn't good for you, and some of it is. Eat that bad food a lot consistently without eating the good ones, and let's just say you're not gonna make it to that party next week because you're not gonna be here.
I don't feel so good.
S tier. After anxiety about health, we get anxiety about... This is a mental health condition characterized by excessive, persistent worry about everyday situations, often without a clear reason. People with GAD may experience symptoms such as restlessness, fatigue, difficulty concentrating, irritability, muscle tension, and trouble sleeping. I don't have this, I'm pretty sure, but I do worry about some of this stuff like every 2 weeks or so. So, A tier. And finally, last but not least, we have... Yes! Well, sometimes. Let me explain. I'm not so worried about social interactions unless I think my family is rating my behavior. If I don't think my family is rating my behavior, it's better. Click here for when I rank your biggest fears. I'm putting social stuff in A tier, full tier list in description.